And what's going on, good people? We're back here working on a weekend. Of course, we're always working throughout the weekday as well to compete for Madden League Season 78 playoffs. And yeah, we got the championship game coming up. That'll actually be coming up on Thursday. Third place game coming up tonight. So you'll see two of the better Madden players in the world playing for cash and prizes as we get you set for the rest of the NFL offseason. The Super Bowl is gone. We're talking sports and we're putting the sports and esports. Also, folks, it's the intersection of sports and gaming, and we're live at Brooklyn Chicken and Lobster here in Brooklyn, live on Stadium Sports Network and Valley Live and Stadium Sports Network, and also YouTube and Twitch here at Brooklyn Chicken and Lobster. All right, we'll come inside here literally here, CBS Sports, Madden, NFL, CFB League, a little NBA 2K Association. Folks, we're live here at Brooklyn Chicken and Lobster, BCL, the place to be here in Brooklyn off Mother Gaston Boulevard. And folks, we're talking about soul food and seafood, man. The flavors, they collide. They've been here for 5 years here in BK. It is a fusion of Southern-inspired chicken dishes and, of course, coastal-inspired seafood creations. There's your confluence there. Soul food and seafood. You got oxtails. You got jerk chicken. Man, chicken and waffles. Love the red velvet. Got to get that. It's all right here, man. Look at this. You got the yams. And, man, you're talking about a brother from the South. Look at that. Soul food and seafood, it is a creation. They collide. And look at the jerk chicken and the oxtails. It's looking good. Check them out here in Brooklyn, 446 Mother Gaston Boulevard in BK. All right, let me go ahead and bring in my brother from another mother. There he is. Hut. Here's our quarterback, Jarrett Guarantano, former quarterback, University of Tennessee, Arizona Cardinals, and Denver Broncos. Jay Jeezy off the Heezy for Sheezy. Brother, you were at the Super Bowl the other day. I saw you doing your thing down there. What did you think of Super Bowl 59?
A lot of really, really good festivities. The worst one was probably the game itself.
Yeah, it was a bit of a dud. It's still the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was tough. Listen, no, everything that came with it, the events outside of it, the actual game leading up to it, everything, the people, the excitement, it was at 100%. So I couldn't have asked for better time to be there. Obviously, I wish the game kind of was a little bit closer, but beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, man. So what'd you think of the game? What'd you think about the atmosphere? Tell me about the parties in about 30 seconds or less. I've covered about 4 or 5 Super Bowls. Playboy, been to a lot of different events there, man. It's a happening. It's an event, my friend.
Oh, listen, you got the who's that goes there, right? And the amount of parties, like, if you see 3 celebrities at one party, you might see about 20 at another, right? Like, you just keep almost bar hopping at events. But it was amazing, right? Like the hospitality, the New Orleans culture was out in full effect. The people were out. The energy was high. The accents were going. They were making fun of my accent. I felt like the outsider there, but just the crowd was amazing, right? Like, just, I'm telling you, like the lead up to the game, the what was it? The party leading up to the pregame passes, everything. Like, you just felt the energy. You felt the excitement from the Chiefs and the Eagles fans. There was definitely way more Eagles fans in attendance. I must say I saw a lot more green.
Chiefs fatigue.
But,
I can understand that. Yeah.
Yeah. But listen, for both teams, it was absolutely amazing, right? Like,
yeah.
I just thought that they both showed out. There was super loud pregame. Like, it was just great energy.
And look, we're going to be talking about the Super Bowl here. We got the NFL topics as we get set to watch a couple of Madden players play for cash and prizes right here live at Brooklyn Chicken and Lobster here in Brooklyn. You ready to go ahead and get this thing started, man? Hey, man, it's a pretty good game for a third place game. Got a couple of some high-name Madden players going at it, right? You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm excited. We got Bronco and we got Husker. Bronco's been playing really well, man. I'm excited to see some good defense.
We'll see.
Didn't see much in the Super Bowl.
Oh, no, we didn't. Well, we saw defense on the
Except
Eagles.
on the Eagles.
It was one-sided. We saw it on the Kelly green, or actually the different green that they have now. Man, I heard the Fly Eagles fly. I was at a watch party, a rooftop bar in Jersey City, man. A lot of Eagles fans. We were all happy. So. Anybody, ABCs, brother. Anybody but Chiefs. That's how I was taking that going into Super Bowl 59. All right, let's go ahead.
That's what America was taking.
Hey, America was rooting for the Eagles, which is weird, but hey, we did it. Let's go ahead and take a look real quickly at the rules here. Compete for Madden League Season 78, third place game. It's all Madden game mode, competitive game style, head-to-head, current rosters. We like to call those regs. Regular teams, all 32 NFL teams are available. 5-minute quarters, single elimination format, folks. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the heck up out of here. How about the pricing here? Because it's all about the money. $300 guaranteed. First place, $150, and an NFL license. Zip Chair, folks. You can go to zipchair.com. They literally make the best gaming chairs in the world. Also make office furniture, sofas, couches, you name it, gaming desks. It's all there. All NFL teams, NBA teams, MLB, NHL, MLS, and NCAA and college chairs as well. And if you have any custom pieces, they can get that done for you. Check them out. The good friends over there, Tina Altadonna, my girl there, head of marketing at zipchair.com. Second place gets $75. Third place, $50. Fourth place runs up out this piece with $25 straight cash on it. How about the bracket here? And we'll look at the third place game, championship game, the Super Bowl. It will be Thursday. We'll be live at Jerky's in Elizabeth, New Jersey. That is Thursday. But tonight, we're live here on Valley Live Stadium Sports Network, Twitch, and YouTube right here in Brooklyn Chicken and Lobster in yellow. Highlighted there, Huskers, a five-time champ, playing with the Chiefs and Bronco. Looking to win a third place game. He's already done that before. He is playing with one pride, the Detroit Lions. Let's learn a little bit more about these two competitors. We'll start with Bronco, the old man, or the, as like they say, the sage veteran, if you will. Randy Chatterton, that's his government name, from the border city down there in Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas. From El Paso, he's 39 years of age, a private tennis coach, a Madden 19 MCS Browns Club Series semifinalist. Of course, he's been playing his butt off the last couple of months here, few months here on the Compete Forever Madden League, looking to get another third place finish. How about the five-time champ playing in the third place game, Fear the Huskers, Robert Neely from Omaha, 27 years of age. He threw for like 4 years, looks like it. Last time we saw him, he was 23. But now he's 27. Inside joke. He's always been 27. He's a civil engineer and currently working on the tallest structure in the city of Omaha and the state of Nebraska, because damn it, if it's the biggest building in Omaha, it's probably the biggest in Nebraska. I don't know that for sure, but we'll ask him. But I'm just going off my Middle Tennessee math there. Five-time C4 Madden League champ. All right, folks, how about the Molly Pop picks as we get set here? Molly Pop picks, the Molly Pop grapes as sweet as candy. Molly Pop taking the world by sweet storm. They got the pink bag promise, folks. If you're in the grocery store, if you see that pink bag, you got to understand you're getting high quality produce. There's good, and then there's good. There's Molly good. Molly Pop grapes, mollypopgrapes.com. Grapes as sweet as candy, about 20 different varieties of grapes. Check them out online, mollypopgrapes.com. There you can see the records there. I'm at the top. Andrea Richmond still biting at my kneecaps. Biting at my heels there. She's just 3 games back. And how about Jay Jeezy? Jarrett Guarantano, 10-4 now. Jersey close to his heart, so he keeps taking L's when he sees somebody playing from Jersey. All right, let's go ahead and bring everybody in. Let's go ahead and bring Andrea Richmond in. Peace up, A down. If you're looking for her, you can find her in the A-town. Hey, Rich, your thoughts? What do you think about the Super Bowl real quick in about 10 seconds? What do you think?
Oh, it was lovely, baby. Actually, it was kind of a snooze fest, to be honest. But outside the other activities, I like the intro. I like the middle halftime show, and everything else we can keep it, Even the commercials weren't hidden like that. Hopefully next year it is, though.
Hey, CBS, we set the record last year. We got $7 million a commercial. Fox got $7 million. I think they had about a half dozen to a dozen that topped out at $8 million. So Fox, and we're going to get into the numbers here. Fox did really good, man. But hell, every year it should get better.
They need to pay those creative directors, okay? They pay for the advertisements, basically. They need to pay the directors, but hey, man.
Sometimes it's not even about the commercials. It's just about getting your message out there.
That's true.
Making it memorable, you know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of those commercials entail. Jarrett Guarantano is here as well, but we'll start with you. Andrea, who you got in this game? You got Chiefs Kingdom, or you got one pride, Detroit Lions?
Oh, man, this is actually way harder than I would like for it to be. I do love the way that Bronco has been playing, and Bronco, say what you want about last performances. He was riding the heels of OG, and he was right there, but I fear him because he always comes through. I'm going to go with Bronco, but I'm not Bronco, I'm sorry, with Huskers. I apologize, but I'm not feeling as sure about it as I normally do. This Bronco might come back and bite at my knees for real, right? I'll end up being like the Detroit coach, but until then, we're going with the Huskers because I fear him just a little bit more.
All right, Andrea Campbell. JG, our quarterback. You're the smartest guy on here when it comes to football. Hell, probably in life. Who are you rolling with, Jay Jeezy?
I've seen a complete elevation in Broncos gameplay over the past month. Right, at first, we saw some games teetering. Now the games are getting a little bit closer, and then now it's getting to a point where games that, okay, he probably should win. I'm going with him this time around. My heart's telling me Bronco. I want to. See, I've seen a lot of really good defense. I've seen some turnovers. Run game is going to stay the same. We're going to run the ball. I'm going to do it again. I think I'm going friendships. Listen, Huskers is a baller. Huskers is. We're going by talent. Huskers is
you know,
sucker for love.
Sucker for love, but this time it's not based off Jers. Right now, it's based off what he sees. Right, so this is a little bit more analyticizing. You know what I mean? I forgive him a little bit right here,
slightly different, slightly.
Yes, no, it's
with hotter hand. We're just going with hotter hand.
Yeah,
we're going with
hot hand. It's better than from a location that I know. You know, so there you go.
Okay.
For sure. A little more database.
I love what Bronco's doing, but look here, man. The name is there for everyone to see. It's called Fear the Huskers. Folks, you ain't gotta love them. You ain't gotta fear them, but you better show damn well respect him. And he's a 5-time champ. I'm gonna take the guy that's won 5 of these things, and that's who I'm rolling with. So give me Robert Neely, aka government name, Robert Neely, Fear the Huskers. I think he pulls one out. But look, he's gonna have to play an A game, no turnovers. You know, Bronco's gonna run the ball. He's gonna play good defense. Don't lose your mind. Don't let it be 12:45, as Yeezy would say. You know?
Yeah, man, and you know that if he loses, then you'll be hearing it from Mr. Chatterton, Larry. So
once again, y'all picked against me. What's wrong with y'all?
Chatterton for a reason, okay?
Chatterton chatting after the game.
I love it.
So, Andrew Richmond, you'll be conducting the interview with the winner at the conclusion of the game. All right, here we go. Bronco playing with the Detroit Lions. Robert Neely, a 5-time champion in the third-place game, playing with the Chiefs. Guys, go ahead and lock it up. Let's play it out here live right here on Valley Loud Stadium Sports Network. Watch Stadium Sports app. Also, YouTube and Twitch as we're live here. Brooklyn Chicken and Lobster, BCL here in Brooklyn off Mother Gaston Boulevard. Let's go ahead and do this thing, guys. Let's go ahead and play it out. Guys, good luck to you. This should be interesting. Folks, as we get set here, you can see Bronco at the bottom of the screen there playing with the Detroit Lions. He's on defense. Huskers playing with the Chiefs. He's got the ball to start the game. I believe the stadium is Azteca. Are we in Mexico? Is that right? We in Kansas. Is that Arrowhead? it might be. Who cares though? We're playing in Arrowhead right now. First of all, that pregame show brought to you by our good friends right here at BCL Brooklyn Chicken and Lobster, folks. You can see them right there online. Brooklyn Chicken and Lobster, soul food and of course seafood colliding here. All those flavors colliding. Look at that, man. The jerk chicken, the waffles, man, the oxtails. It's all there. Been here for 5 years. And folks, it's a fusion of Southern-inspired chicken dishes and coastal-inspired seafood creations. Been around for 5 years, man. I got Jay, man, and Yvette. They do a great job here. Been here for 5 years. 446 Mother Gaston Boulevard here in Brooklyn. Get everything you want. Jerk chicken, oxtails. Look at the mac and cheese. It's all right here. Brooklyn Chicken and Lobster. Check them out online. That first quarter brought to you by our good friends at Brooklyn Chicken and Lobster. Also, use promo code GAMING10. Promo code GAMING10 to get 10% off your order. Once again, promo code GAMING10, and you'll get 10% off your order right here at Brooklyn Chicken and Lobster here in BK. All right, that pregame show brought to you by our good friends right there at Brooklyn Chicken and Lobster. Larry Ridley here live here on Stadium Sports Network. Watch Stadium Sports app, Valley Live, and also Twitch and YouTube. Got Jarrett Guarantano, former University of Tennessee volunteer quarterback, play with the Broncos and, of course, the Cardinals. Andrea Richmond, she is in the A. Huskers, middle of the screen, playing with the Lions on defense. Actually on offense, and Bronco playing with the Lions. He is on defense as we start the first quarter. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and start here. Super Bowl 59. Of course, it was the Eagles pulling out the win. Actually, they didn't pull it out. They took it from KC. It was a snooze fest after that. Eagles got up big. A couple of interceptions there by the Kansas City Chiefs as well. Mahomes did not play well. 3 turnovers there. Probably the worst Super Bowl he's played. Eagles played very well. Ran the ball. Jalen Hurts, MVP of the game. He said it lit a fire under him, losing Super Bowl 57 a couple of years ago when he played really well, threw for 300-some yards, 3 touchdowns. Got his lick back, Jalen, as the kids said on Super Bowl opening night. He got his lick back. We'll start with you, JG. You were there live in New Orleans. What did you see from the Eagles and how they were able to win Super Bowl 59?
You know, one of the key takeaways that we wanted to see as just the game unfolded, like we wanted to see if the Chiefs could stop Saquon, and they did. You know, like they really put good restraint over him. Like they stopped him. We got an early score right there with the Chiefs, huh?
Can they stop Pacheco?
Ooh, but no. So they were able to stop Saquon, but just the way that the Eagles were moving the ball effectively, like you have to give a huge shout out to Kellen Moore and the play design, having things with Jalen, moving him out of the pocket, giving him easy throws, giving him some different looks that he can check in towards whether it was QB run. We said QB run was going to be a huge thing, but all in all, the Philadelphia Eagles offense, led by Jalen Hurts, was magnificent, right? Like the third down conversions, the fourth down conversions, them driving the field on big plays. I mean, I guess nobody in this entire world would have expected that game to turn out the way it turned out, right? But the way that defensive line was able to engineer the game, and they were definitely the energy source for the Philadelphia Eagles. They were able to rush forward the whole entire game. Their blitz stats, I was looking previously before the game. They
rushed forward every time.
They were about a 22% blitz team. And I'm like, okay, maybe they won't do it. Maybe they will just as much. Let's see how much pressure they could get to Mahomes, maybe rattle him. Not a single time did they send a blitz on a 4-man rush. Now they added some things. They did some TEs. They did some QB contains with some TEs. But all in all, they were able to stop the run efficiently. Pacheco and Kareem Hunt didn't really have that big of games. They also didn't really try to implement the run, the Chiefs. That's one thing that I would take away that I would say that they really should have did. Took a little bit less pressure off Pat in that pass game, but Eagles defense, absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Andrew, your thoughts here, man, watching the Eagles get her done down there at the Superdome.
Yeah, for as much as we talk about, obviously, they sold out to make sure the Chiefs defense, Vic Fangio, sold out to make sure that they stopped Saquon. I feel like they did a bad job really minimizing all the things that Jalen Hurts was great at, right? Jalen Hurts was able to throw on the outside. Jalen Hurts was able to complete a deep ball. And then we talked about it for weeks about how this Chiefs team was vulnerable to quarterback runs, giving over 40 yards per game for the last couple games to no matter who the quarterback was, even geriatric Russell Wilson. Love you, Russ, but I'm saying amen. He's getting up there, right?
Stop that.
Love you, Russ. But able to get rushing yards. And on the other end, you look at, defensively, unfortunately, they tried, but not they tried. They actually accomplished everything that they needed to do against Patrick Mahomes. The number one thing that you need going against a prolific quarterback is to have a great pass rush. And doing that with only 4 men, it allowed the secondary to eat. And that's what they've been doing the entire year as well. Cooper DeJean, excellent. A little bit quiet from Darius Slay. Even times Gardner Johnson, yeah, and even the times where
a little smack to Travis Kelce.
Yeah, rushing with 4 allowed this defense to really just sit down and play the coverage that they needed to. I said that the quick game was going to be very important for the Chiefs in order to operate. Well, guess what? There's no quick game if you make sure that you win all your one-on-one matchups, and the Chiefs overwhelmingly did. Like, remember they did that switch on the offensive line to Thuney? Guess what? He was in hell the entire time. But then also, too,
good guard playing tackle.
Yeah, and they were stuck in that position, and he did well throughout the season, but couldn't do a lot. And the quick game was going to be important, but if you have your disciplined corners making sure that they're clamping down and are all over your wide receivers, Patrick Mahomes had no quick game to throw it to. It was really hard. There was one time that he had, it looked like a flat open, and then Maddox came out of nowhere, batted it away, right? And it ended up being a turnover and down. So when I say that this was a complete game from not only the defensive unit, special teams did their thing, and also Jalen Hurts himself. The running game didn't end up going all the way, but you have Jalen Hurts as that backup to even if your running back Saquon Barkley isn't getting the yards, you still have effective way to milk that clock. It was a masterful performance by the Eagles, and honestly, for as much as we talked about the Chiefs and how inevitable it felt like with Patrick Mahomes, I feel like we also forgot that this was an incredibly flawed team and just how talented this Eagles team was in comparison to this Chiefs team.
Yeah, and you talked about Patrick Mahomes, with the sacks 6 times. Jalen Hurts, you talked about the running. I think he set a Super Bowl record, right? It was over 70 yards.
72
72
yards.
That was a record there for a quarterback. Real quickly, as we the end of the quarter there, Jarrett and Andrea, I want to get your thoughts here. Is this the beginning of a dynasty for the Eagles? Can they do something? First of all, to be a dynasty, you got to win 3 in a row. I mean, at least 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Or 2 out of 3 years, 3 out of 4, something like that. Is this the beginning of a dynasty for those guys?
I don't foresee it just because I know the amount of young guys that they have to sign, right? Like, I said it to a couple of people before the game started. I said if they don't win this year, it's going to be really difficult because I think that their team is best right now with all the younger guys on rookie contracts. Shout out to Howie, like he did an absolutely amazing job sculpting
Some of
that
those guys
team.
on the D-line are going to be
pieces.
gone, but the secondary is good,
Yeah.
O-line's good, your receivers are good. Everybody's locked in for the next year or
Right.
two. Right.
No, there's going to be some change up with the D-line. There's obviously you got Nolan Smith, you got Josh Sweat, you're going to have Jordan Davis that you're going to have to pay, Milton Williams. Like, so there's going to be some change up with some guys, Zach Bond.
Linebacker 2 Bond, right? Yep.
Yep. So there's going to be some change up. They're going to have to decide who's worth paying, who's not worth paying. Obviously, if you can keep the offense the same, that'll be really good for Jalen. And obviously, they just got rid of their offensive coordinator, too. That might be some detriment early in the season. Hopefully, they can find someone good that can switch things up like Kellen Moore did. But it's hard for me to foresee a dynasty right now, right? Like, just like a couple of weeks ago, we just saw the Rams almost pull out a win in the fourth quarter, right? Like, it's just football, right? You never know. Like, who knows what would have happened with that standpoint? If Washington would have been in the championship, if Rams would have made it all the way and shocked everyone. I think the Chiefs are still going to be back next year, right? I think that this is kind of the thing that they need.
We're going to get to that. We're going to get to the Chiefs. Andrew, real quickly in 10 seconds. You see them as a dynasty?
With Howie Roseman, everything is possible. Remember how crap this defense was, and they were able to completely turn around from like worst in the league to the first. Yeah, and that's all because of good drafting practices. And I know we always talk about how are you going to go after you pay.
He's up 14-0. Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah, how are you going to thrive as a team after you pay your quarterback? Drafting well. That's what Howie did, and that's what this Eagles team has done for the last 10 years, and that's why they're in this position right now, making moves when they need to, switching up coordinators when they need to. They switched their quarterback when it was going bad. They switched their offensive coordinator when it went bad, and they just know when to hold it and when to fold it. That's what you need to do as a team.
All right, Kenny Rogers.
I got to know when to hold them, when to fold them, know when to run.
All right, my black hat sister. All right, we're in the second quarter here. 14-0 lead by Huskers, top right-hand corner of your screen. We're live here at Brooklyn Chicken and Lobster in Brooklyn here. Flavorful seafood and soul food colliding right here at Brooklyn Chicken and Lobster. That first quarter, 14-0 lead here. First quarter brought to you by our good friends at GBNY. You can check them out online, gbny.com. And Andrew Richmond, if you see our guy right there, Swiss Beats, what does that mean?
Zone. Showtime.
Zone. 4 locations in NYC. I'll go to the one at Jamaica Coliseum, man. GBNY.com. Got all the sneakers that you need, man. Jordans. You got everything, man. You know, Yeezys. It's all there. A lot of different other apparel. Check them out online, gbny.com, and also the GBNY app. Also, folks, use my promo code Larry20. Larry20 to get $20 off your purchase there at GBNY. Once again, use that promo code Larry20 to get $20 off at GBNY. Check them out online, gbny.com. All right, we're back here live here, Brooklyn Chicken and Lobster here in BK. Got our quarterback, Jarrett Guarantano here, former University of Tennessee volunteer starting quarterback, and also played in the National Football League at with the Broncos and Cardinals. I always leave out Wazoo, man. I forget about that. Me and Kevin were talking about that back in the day. I'm like, you know what? I just want to envision him playing in the orange on Rocky Top. Who cares about the damn Palouse? We're going Rocky Top.
Sometimes me
Eric
too.
Coleman played it, wasn't well, one of our guys, Eric Coleman, played with the Jets. He does a lot of Madden with us, man. Was an all-pro with the Jets, man. He's got some big muscles, so I don't want to talk too bad about the And Kevin's gonna have my back way back. Let's go ahead and we're just talking about the Chiefs here. Get your thoughts here, Jarrett. Chiefs lose that ball game 40-22. Really wasn't that close. When it was all said and done, they're down 34-0 at one point. Largest deficit I believe Patrick Mahomes ever had. Worst Super Bowl he's ever had as far as the numbers. You know what, JG, watching that game, man, was very reminiscent of the very first Super Bowl that he played, or the second Super Bowl he played in. You go back to that Super Bowl 55, home game for Tampa. Same story. Defensive line of Tampa got after him. Had a really good quarterback, put up some points. They only scored, 9 points? I think they lost 30-something to 9 or something like that by more than 20 points. Very similar situation in Nola for the Chiefs. Sacked 6 times, 3 turnovers. He took all the blame, but he says they will be back. Do you believe the Chiefs will be back? And did you like him, take in the criticism there, JG?
This was probably the first game that I've ever saw Pat feel rattled or look indecisive.
Look human.
Right, and when you look at the game plan, I really think that they could have been way more effective running the ball on first, second downs, or even sticking with some of their RPO stuff that they did last week or 2 weeks before they played them. Like they got away from their script very early, and they went to really just pass every down, which I do not think favored them at all, just because their defensive line, and it allowed their DBs to kind of sit on underneath routes. Right, it just looked like nothing was easy. They didn't really stretch the field vertically. There was nothing going on. 1 first down in the first half, really didn't do it at all. I thought maybe going into halftime, a hard reset and saying, like, we're going to go out there, run the ball, we're going to score, get a turnover, get a 3 and out, just continue down that path. But just couldn't really do much, right? No, they didn't. It was just very stagnant. And I thought the biggest thing was just, all I kept saying to myself sitting in the stands was like, just get 2 first downs. Just get 2 first downs, and then everything will pick up. But they just couldn't really do much. Even the one play, I mean, they had the 4th down with that short out cut that the guy was underneath it. Pat makes that throw 10 out of 10 times, left it behind. And there were just things, obviously, offensive line-wise. There was a lot to handle with their front 4 and them rotating in and out, knowing that it's a passing down. That's super hard for any offensive lineman to go pass every time, and knowing that D-line's humming, right? So going back towards, I think there was things that could have been done differently with the head coach, or I should say Andy Reid, because he's definitely the play caller as well. There's some things that could have been brought back into life during the game. But I'm happy that Pat took the criticism, right? Like, he did everything that a superstar quarterback, the best quarterback of our generation would do, is take ownership, right? Like, he's not pointing any fingers. Obviously, he knows he could have played a little bit better. There were some things, like, I mean, the on-the-run throw to D-Hop that they missed, I thought it was on 3rd down. He makes that throw 10 out of 10 times.
I think D-Hop tripped. He got caught the turn.
Yeah, absolutely.
He did.
Absolutely. Definitely a trip. I just think that regardless, right? You never see any throws like that with Pat dying.
He tripped,
yeah, there was just a lot of miscommunication, a lot of just things that just went wrong. If there was an opportunity for something to go wrong, I think it went wrong for the Chiefs on Sunday. Pat Mahomes did the exact right thing to do. He took ownership. He took the blame, no matter if he thought that the offensive line didn't play well, no matter if he thought the play calling wasn't good, the receivers weren't getting open. He left all of that outside of the media, and I thought that he handled it perfectly. And listen, anybody that's saying he's not Tom Brady, like, it's just absolutely ridiculous, right? Like, it's just, honestly, it's just a waste of breath. Like, why would you even say that's our best quarterback of our generation? Like, he's absolutely doing amazing. He's been to 5 Super Bowls already. Like, I don't know if Tom's ever started his career out on the same pace that Pat did, right? It's just, our culture is so judgmental, you know? No, absolutely not. So I think I
was in Boston when he went to his 5th, and that was 2011. So he'd already been in the league 10, 11 years.
You know, and like, that's, people are so quick to jump on the negatives, which it's just our generation. And of course, listen, does Pat wish he played better? Does the whole organization wish, offensive, defensively, and special teams wise, wish that they played better? Yes. Right. But for you to jump to assumptions that Pat isn't the best player or best quarterback that we've ever seen outside of Tom Brady, just completely unfair.
Andrea, your thoughts here. Let me ask you this about the Chiefs. We were just talking about the Eagles and their dynasty. Chiefs dynasty coming to a close? Window still ajar? What are you feeling about the Chiefs? 5 Super Bowls in 6 years, 3-2 now in Super Bowls, which that's still a pretty good thing. Look, you're not going to win them all, folks. Trust me, I covered New England for 6 years. They didn't win them all. You're just not going to.
And Tom,
7 out of 10, though.
Yeah, Tom went on record to say it was like a good 10 years in between, like, one of his Super Bowl victories. So you can have a donut here.
2004 season and the 2014 season, exactly 10 years.
You can have a donut hole in your career, and I think that this Chiefs team is running out with a little steam with the way that the roster is constructed, right? Unfortunately, Travis Kelce, we'll talk about him a little bit later. He is getting up there in age, and there definitely was that wide receiver issue that they've had for a while, and now you have this offensive line be an issue. I think that the Chiefs are looking at the Super Bowl.
Warm with dudes from Dorchester.
Woo!
Literally warm with guys off the street from Dorchester.
Yeah, but shout out to that head, Top. Ooh, that was a good little throw right there.
When the Patriots were down 28-3.
Yes, but this was
and Chris Hogan.
This was a different NFL. This was a different NFL, and he was going against Matt Ryan as well too. So I'll say Matt Ryan was good, but you know,
Falcons. 3 white dudes. Let's be real.
Yeah, no, but this is a different NFL, and this is a different type of offense, right? There's a lot of different players, whether it be like in the AFC side, you have Lamar Jackson, you have whatever's going to happen with Justin Herbert, you have Josh Allen, and then on the NFC side too, there's some firepower coming up as well. Maybe the Bears can get it together. Of course, you have the Eagles as well. Maybe San Francisco can find a way to make sure that they can sustain their lifeblood as well. So you can't just buy into defense. I feel like this is the learning lesson from Kansas City. I know that you have Patrick Mahomes, and he is one of the best quarterbacks that we've had in this generation, but unfortunately, because of how frenetic these offensive are and these defenses as well, he cannot do this alone, and he cannot do this with as little talent as he had. He used to have a younger, right, Travis Kelce. He had Tyreek Hill. He had a great offensive line. He doesn't have that as much anymore, and we're seeing it more like whatever with happened with Lamar Jackson and also Josh Allen in previous years as well. Joe Burrow this year, you can try to be Superman as a quarterback, but guess what? Quarterbacks aren't Superman. They can't do it alone. This is still a team sport. So I think the learning lesson overall for the Chiefs is realizing that they need to put talent back into the offense. Patrick Mahomes is good, but you can't just invest in the defensive side of the ball. There has to be a balance, and we're seeing that balance on the other side with the Eagles.
JG,
I agree.
Look, for a quarterback, it's hard to throw the ball when you're on your back. So let's start there. Your thoughts here on the Chiefs, though? You think they can get this thing back rolling again? Well, look, we've seen what they did when Tampa came and got after them. They beefed up that O-line and when they were back.
Right, absolutely.
2 years later.
I mean, first off, just besides the Chiefs, watch how many moves are made in free agency this year, made to defensive line.
Yeah.
Like the fact that the Eagles just did that, but there's going to be massive moves towards it because they just know.
Myles Garrett just got the biggest payday in his life after that Super Bowl. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're going first round. They might get to 3. Yeah. But the Chiefs are in a tough position here because they have a lot of roster things that need to be decided on, whether that's with Trey Smith, Justin Reed, Nick Bolton, their wide receiver crew with D-Hop and Marquise Brown. What are they going to do with McDuffie? Are they going to sign Tooney again to extensions? Right, they have a lot of things that are going to need to be handled, and obviously, like Trey Smith's one of their. Trey Smith, my roommate, he's probably going to make 20 to 25 million. And there's a lot of people that are in the market for offensive line play, like the Patriots, like the Bears. Right. There's going to be a lot of hard decisions that are going to be made, and it's going to be tough for the Chiefs to sustain it. And like Andrea said, like they're going to have to find some young talent. They're going to have to figure out what's going to happen with Travis Kelce in the near future. So there's going to be some questions. They have the best quarterback in the game right now, so that'll always keep them in contention, right? And one of the teams that are sleepers even for next year is Joe Burrow and Cincinnati Bengals. Like, who knows what they're going to add? If they were to add someone like a Myles Garrett, or they were to add defensive pieces, they're going to be a very, very dangerous team.
Right. Yeah. You're sitting there with a top 3, top 4 quarterback there, and who's making over $50+ million. You look back at that Patrick Mahomes contract, and you think $450 million, 10 years. It's a freaking bargain right now.
Yeah.
Freaking.
No, he's a $65 million quarterback easily.
And Dak is 60. He's 85, 90.
And he's taking the pay cut because he's doing the Tom Brady thing. He knows that he needs help. Now it's about reconstructing their whole roster to get him the help that he needs. He needs somebody outside of Xavier Worthy going into next year as their number 1.
So bad.
Easily.
We'll see.
And because Travis Kelce could take that steam a little bit as their number 1, but now he's getting a little bit older, and who's going to be the next tight end that's in the books, so they got some questions to answer.
Wherever it will be, they will not have ESP like Kelce.
Yeah.
So they're going to take a step back with that one. So we're going to get into that. Real quickly, 20-7 here in the third quarter here. Live here, Brooklyn Chicken and Lobster here. Larry Ridley, Sports. I got Jarrett Guarantano, former volunteer quarterback, played in the NFL with the Broncos and the Cardinals. Andrea, Richmond, sportscaster extraordinaire down there. You can see Huskers, top right-hand corner of the screen, playing with the Chiefs. He's got a 13-point lead. Bronco playing with the Lions. I know that's weird. His name is Bronco. At least that's his game tag. He's playing with the Lions. He's got the ball here at the start of the third quarter. And speaking of quarters, that second quarter brought to you by our good friends. They're at El Aguila Dorado Restaurant. They're AguilaDoradoRestaurant.com. authentic Mexican restaurant. Great food, great atmosphere there in beautiful Bayonne, New Jersey, right there in the heart of downtown, Midtown Bayonne, right there on Broadway. Great food atmosphere. Got great affordable drinks, man. The libations, man. The drinks are definitely flowing. Happy hour Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m. Mariachi shows as well on Tuesdays. We've seen plenty of that. DJs on the weekend, Latin nights as well on the weekend, man. They got everything you need. They got the patio, everything that you want there. Fine Mexican food, man. The chicken quesadillas are really good there. They got a lot of great options there. Check them out online. AguilarDoradoRestaurant.com. We'll be there in a couple of weeks. We were just there last week. AguilarDoradoRestaurant.com. The Golden Eagle, it has landed there in Bayonne, New Jersey. All right, we're back here, our third quarter here. We're just talking about it. At least you were, Andrew. We're going to start with you. We're talking about the Chiefs and their tight end. That tight end goes by the name of Travis Kelce, or are we calling him Kels? What are we doing here? Is it Kels? I don't know. It's Kelce, right? I think that was just a joke a couple of years ago, right? It's not Swift yet.
Wasn't Swift. His joints are feeling real bad right there. You know what I mean?
he got off that field swiftly.
Oh, who is that? Who is that guy right there?
What about the way he showed up, man? Looking like a 70s porn star, man. I'm like, is it Ron Burgundy?
There were rumors going around that he was going to propose after this game. I hope he wasn't going to propose in that, man. Oh, man. Jeez.
Yeah, so back in the locker room. Your thoughts here, Andrea. Travis Kelce, do you think he returns next year? Did he play his last game in Super Bowl 59? Think he'll be 36? Been in the league, 11, 12 years? I think 12 is be year 13 coming up. Did we just see the end of number 87?
I'm glad that we mentioned the outfit because that outfit kind of described how old that he was playing with. It was a throwback. His knees looked like they were throwing back. And honestly, a little bit of his movement speed, too. He wasn't really blocking that well. Unfortunately, he couldn't create as well.
He ain't Gronk. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's not. But you needed to be able to do something in order to deal with his Eagles team, and he wasn't even able to do that. Also, too, he wasn't able to create as much, and I think he only ended with like one or two catches. Unfortunately, at the end, 4. Okay, well, one when it was meaningful. At the end, I know everything kind of fizzled out, and geez, but. Travis Kelce is getting up there in age. Is this his last game? I can't say for sure. His brother did retire just last year, and so he'll probably be talking through with a lot to see, like, right. Bow, chicka, bow, bing, bow, bow. But he'll probably be talking with his brother a little bit about what it means to retire when you know that it's the time. So the time is coming, right? He's getting up there in age, unfortunately. I think when he leaves, I think when Travis Kelce decides to leave, I think it's also going to be a conversation in the organization. Do they have that next guy up? Because that's going to be another factor as well. No Gray, shout out to him, but obviously he's not Travis Kelce, right? So they're probably going to be looking in that tight end market and have a guy for him to coach up before they really make that move, or at least until they get another number 1 wide receiver. So I don't see it happening this year, him retiring, but the time, that clock is ticking. All right, we saw Seal. Time keeps on slipping into the future. It's coming.
No, you're right. JG, your thoughts here? Travis Kelce, was that his last game playing with the Chiefs? How much tread is still left on the tire, man? How much gas does he have left?
Right, I think that he goes on his little farewell tour next year.
I was about to say,
not just
Andy
yet.
Reid's coming back for one more year. I think he comes back, so I'm with you.
I think he comes back one more year, but I think Andrea was 1,000% right. I think that they come into free agency looking for a tight end, like maybe like Gesicki or maybe like Juwan Johnson. I know his contract's up. Maybe they implement him into the game plan, trying to see what Travis is like around Pat, kind of what the feel they get, having a year of, growth and learning, and then soon as Travis is done, having to fill that hole or that gap that he's going to leave behind, and kind of having another guy that Pat's comfortable with, I think will be imperative going forward.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see about Travis Kelce. Like I said, 36 years of age, man. Numbers are there. Definitely a Hall of Famer. Is he the greatest tight end ever?
Gronk.
I think
Next
Gronk,
question.
because he did it all, man, and he was just a beast. I've seen him laugh at guys and just overpower. I've seen him move 300-pound defensive ends. Like, I'm going to be a Gronk guy, but Travis Kelce, no shame in being number 2, that's for sure. Real quickly, your thoughts here. Super Bowl halftime show, we talked about it last week leading up. Was Kendrick Lamar going to perform Not Like Us? and was imperative that he did, and he absolutely pulled it off. You look at the numbers, man, there. Super Bowl halftime show, it was fabulous. Kendrick Lamar did a great job. I thought the choreography was there. The symbolism, the hidden messages behind it, I thought it was all fine and well. And America must have liked it too. 133.5 million people watched. Biggest audience ever to watch a Super Bowl halftime show. 127 watched the game. 133.5 watched the Super Bowl halftime show. And it peaked in the second quarter, 137 million people on Fox. Your thoughts here, Andrew? You're about the culture there down in the A. Kendrick Lamar in the Super Bowl halftime show. We saw the Crip walking with Serena and everything else. And he did call Drake A minor. He didn't say pedophile, though. He said, well, you can't. He did not say. So maybe the lawyer's like,
the NFL was like, okay. There's one thing, at least one very thing that you can't do. So it's funny. Like everybody was like, oh my gosh, such a poignant message, and I did think that he did have his message, which it wasn't revolutionary, the biggest thing that I ever seen. I think Kendrick has done a way more poignant things like that, and of course this is Super Bowl, so you can't do that. But when we talk about getting your licks back, right, it wasn't only Jalen Hurts that got it right. It's Super Bowl 59. What's that Roman numeralized? LIX. Getting your licks back, and that's exactly what we saw in the Super Bowl performance. All right, teasing the song throughout the entire time, saying, hey, we're not gonna do it. No, we're not gonna do it, and then doing it, smiling in the camera and saying, hey, Drake, knowing darn well that Drake really wanted to do the Super Bowl, and he has wanted to do it for years.
Turn around like this.
Right. Hey, Drake. Such an evil, like, he was getting his looks back and he knew it. Then inviting his ex to go ahead and crip walk on stage. Both exes too. Yes.
Rumored, SZA and
both exes. Yeah, we know. Well, one rumored and one for sure. Having them appear on the stage again. This is the year for hate, guys. If you are a hater and you just need to get your licks back, like, this is the year to do it, okay? Like, there's so much evidence. The Eagles, the Kendrick, as long as it's in good fun, not terrible, right? But this is the licks back season. No violence, all right? I ain't talking about licks, like, literally, all right? No drive-bys or anything like that. But when we're talking about good old-fashioned hate and ethical hating, this is your year to do it, guys. And embody Kendrick Lamar when you do it, because that's the ultimate hater.
Let me get JG in here real quick. They got to let the quarterback get his lick back. You were there. You're a Drake guy, JG.
You are.
We talked. We're on the group chat. It was fun. I said, he better do it, JG. He better do it. Damn it, he did it.
I am not even going to lie. Listen. No, the crowd, it was kind of dead, and it was kind of dead in person, to be honest. But listen, I was so disgusted that when his first song came on, I just went to the bathroom, and I wish I was joking. I swore on anything. Soon as it popped up, soon as I heard it, I said, all right. And I took my bathroom break. I came back a little bit. SZA popped on. I was happy. As soon as I was done, SZA was on. I was like, yep, I can sing a little bit. Then right after that, I said, you know what, let me go get a drink. But I've seen a lot over the years of how the stadiums kind of react to Super Bowl performances. It's a little bit dead all the time, so I'm not surprised by that. It's more about what's seen on television, just because 133 million compared to the 60,000 in person. Really, who are you performing for? Probably the people on television. They say the choreography was amazing. Everything was amazing. Obviously, Kendrick's a little bit tougher for certain people rather than other people, you know. So I saw a lot of things like, it wasn't too good, it wasn't that good, and then I saw a lot of, it was really amazing. So nothing really in between. It was either you really, really liked it or not so much, but I couldn't stand when I heard, hey, Drake. I heard it when I was getting my drink.
What about Uncle Sam? What about Samuel L. Jackson? That was great.
I thought that was dope. I thought that was dope. No,
Black people in American flag.
Yeah.
Hey, we built this.
And Jarrett, I am proud of you.
I love my people, so I thought that was dope.
Yeah, and Jarrett, I'm proud of you. You said that you didn't listen to the whole thing. You're embodying Kendrick by being the ultimate hater. You didn't even look at the performance. So again, like, this is the time for the haters,
I like that
bro.
we got both sides here. I like that.
If you could only imagine that I pick everybody from New Jersey in Madden games, you could only imagine how I feel about Drake, who I've been listening to since I was like 10.
Oh,
so
wow.
That's true loyalty. That's a little Italian in me right there. Like, that's like, listen, I don't betray. I can't betray. I was like, I'm going to go take this bathroom break, going to go refill my drink, maybe go look at some souvenirs. I was going to get some Eagle stuff since it was already 24 zip at halftime. I was just like,
That's the ethical hating I'm talking about, America. Embody that. Come on.
This was methodical, too.
Jarrett, what you should have done is went to the bowels of the Superdome and found those Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl 59 T-shirts that are going to go to some third world country.
I should have got some.
New England Patriots Super Bowl 42 world champions.
I should have got some.
Guatemala has it probably. Right?
Yeah, I would have took away like 2 of the eyes right there, and everybody was like, "Oh, you got the Super Bowl 57, Kansas City?" They would be like, "Yep, I got it right here." Come on.
Real quick, it was awesome also to see the gameplay when they said game over in the PlayStation as well, which is weird because doesn't Sony PlayStation? But I don't want to get into that. There's a lot of symbolism going on there. That's a lot going on there. Your thoughts real quickly in about 30 seconds, unless each of you guys. Josh Allen, Super Bowl, didn't make it, but he did get league MVP at the NFL Honors a few days before the Super Bowl. How do you think he was able to pull that off, and was that the right choice there between Josh and Lamar?
I honestly don't know how this happened. Obviously, Josh Allen played a very good year. I just want to caveat that. But if you're looking at it from a numbers perspective, Lamar is better. If you're looking at it from competitive head-to-head, Lamar Jackson beat Josh Allen. If you're looking at it from strength of a schedule standpoint, Lamar Jackson was better. If you're looking at it from DVOA, Lamar Jackson was better. I think this was a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Metrics and analytics.
Any way you can think about it. Lamar Jackson was better. The only thing Josh Allen was better than was rushing touchdowns. So again, I feel like this was a Lifetime Achievement Award. They were like, hey, Lamar has 2 of them, let's give it to Josh. And he had a strong PR campaign too. I don't understand how it happened, but I mean, he shout out to Josh Allen. He finally got one.
Get JG in here. JG, Andrew's not wrong. Lamar had better numbers, especially when it came to touchdowns, rushing, better record, beat him head-to-head in the regular season, although it is a regular season reward.
Yeah.
Josh got the lick back in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. I think it was Josh. It was his time and some Lamar fatigue, although numbers-wise, Lamar probably should have had his 3rd MVP. Your thoughts, JG? You're a quarterback.
Yeah, three thoughts here. I think that any award should be given out fresh off of the regular season, right? I think that some sort of recency bias that goes along with it in the playoffs plays into it, and everybody says it shouldn't, which it shouldn't. But I just think human nature is to talk or think about what is happening right now, which would be the NFL playoffs. Second thing, I am a huge advocate. I think Saquon Barkley should have been the MVP, to be honest. I just think that he had the biggest impact, and at this point, if somebody that almost beat the rushing record didn't get it, when will anybody ever get it, right? Even Jamar Chase, he was a Triple Crown winner, wasn't even close, not even 1 vote. And
because it's a quarterback award, we've known that for years.
And third, I think that it was the LeBron James treatment with Lamar, right? I think LeBron James probably from 10 to 15 years ago, he probably could have won the MVP every single year.
We're going to go way back and go Michael Jordan.
Okay. He probably could.
Or even Jokic right now, right? Jokic.
So they can win it every single year, and they just got a little bit bored and said, you know what, we're going to give it to somebody else that obviously the fans love, everybody loves. He had a great season, doesn't have as much help as other guys, but they went with him. I thought maybe it should have been a co. Obviously, I really think that Saquon would have won. But
Manning, yes, 03.
I would have settled for a co. But in my heart, I said, you know what, Saquon by far had the biggest impact, and he had the best probably season out of a running back to ever live. So a little bit of mixed thoughts with it.
Yeah, but still, congratulations. No hate, no shade.
Also, he's a great player. Amazing player.
Absolutely. I had no problem with him winning it. I'm with you. Probably a co would have been maybe a little more apropos and appropriate here, but Josh Allen winning the MVP, got no problem with it at all. All right, guys, the game is over. Huskers wins the 3rd place game here. That third quarter brought to you by our good friends. The 4th quarter actually brought to you by our good friends at Ultra Game. The 3rd quarter, Ultra Game shop.com. You can check them out there, ultragameshop.com. Officially licensed NFL and NBA apparel. Check them out online, man. They got all 32 NFL teams, all 30 NBA teams, loungewear, streetwear, workout gear, you name it. It's all there at ultragameshop.com. Also, that 4th quarter just brought to you by our good friends at Jerky's. JerkiesNJ.com. You can check them out in beautiful Elizabeth, New Jersey there, man. And you're talking about, once again, just great fusion, man. I'm gonna call it Caribbean fusion because you got Haitian and Jamaican fusion. It's Caribbean fusion, man. Gamers, everybody alike, level your game up, man. Check them out online. They have just a lot of daggone options there, man. You're talking about jerky is where you can get the game-winning touchdown, man, and find the end zone right there with the jerk chicken, the oxtails. It's all there, man. Check them out online as well with the chopped cheese and everything else. JerkiesNJ.com will be there live on Thursday. Let's go ahead and bring in Jarrett Guarantano here. Jarrett, workman-like performance there for the Huskers, man. Got out to a lead and he held it.
Yeah, I thought that he started the game absolutely amazing. I was really hoping that Bronco was able to capture a score right there when it was 20-7 to see how that game would have ended if it was 20-14, but that Jared Goff fumble was detrimental to that. But once again, another L for me. Husker played a great game, lights out all around. Congratulations to Huskers and Bronco. Let's keep on playing, and I'm still your biggest fan. Still your only person that rooted for you, so I'm right here.
No, I rooted for him too. I know when to hold him. Know when to fold him.
Come on, Larry.
You got that fine line. I got to figure out that fine line. You got it, though.
I've got 4 kids, man. I'll be 50 in a couple of years, bro. So, I've been around the block a couple of times. Someone who has not been around the block yet, that's good because she's young. She's down in the A. Andrea Richmond standing by with the 3rd place winner, Robert Neely, down there in Omaha.
Well, Huskers, you're trying to spin the block the 6th time, right? And trying to earn another title, well, at least next season. But at least you got 3rd place this time. You're going against Bronco, and you know that Bronco really likes to sit on that rock. Obviously, you want to score as soon as possible. But was there a concerted effort to make sure, hey, I score and then I sit on this because I know on the other side that's what my opponent is going to do too?
I think it was just I just wanted to control the game. I'm glad I started with the ball. That way I was able to jump out to a quick score. His picture on defense was a little bit, is easy to pick up. He's kind of simple on defense. So I think I only ended up throwing 1 incompletion. So I kind of just controlled the game. And then on defense, I really kept it simple. Just tried to load the box a little bit and then just played underneath and tried to make pass down the field, and we did a good job just getting a few stops.
What did you see from this defense that made it simple and easy to read?
He was in a lot of just base defense, like cover 4, and then he switched to a prevent press man defense. So it was just, there really wasn't a lot of confusing zones or blitzes on the field. It was just kind of a little bit vanilla.
And guess what? If it's vanilla, gosh darn it, you're going to eat that up. And guess what? That's why you ended up with a 3rd place victory. Hopefully you can go again and get one of them chairs again, but that'll have to wait till next season. Not waiting till next season right now. Larry and Jarrett, let's talk about Huskers going ahead and winning that 3rd place game, baby.
No, just a great job by Huskers, man. We're going to go ahead and let him get out of here, man. He's been a great competitor, man. I don't want to waste too much more of his time. He gave us about an hour, and we're going to go ahead and get him out of here. Real quickly, before we do get out of here, if you want to sign up for our Madden League, folks, check out, if you want to sign up for our Madden League, check it out, folks. Go to CompeteForever.com/Madden League. Once again, you can join us now, CompeteForever.com/Madden League. It's free entry, ages 13 and up, all online. You can win cash and other prizes. Make sure you check us out online, CompeteForever.com/Madden League. Also, that post-game show right there, brought to you by good friends at River City Gaming, a game with RC.com. They're in Rahway, right? Yeah, they're in Rahway, New Jersey. Yeah, right there in Main Street, Rahway, New Jersey, downtown Rahway, New Jersey. Great gaming center, folks, guys. If you want to play sports games, they got that. They got the Pop and Shot. They got air hockey. They got pool. Huge Connect 4 table as well. A lot of different options there, man. You can also play video games as well. They got the VR as well. All of your consoles as well. You got Xbox and PS5 and PCs there. A large gaming center, man. They got snacks as well. Open 7 days a week. 11 p.m. at night as well. That's when they close. So they're open 7 days a week. They close at 11. A couple of different tiers, a few different tiers, if you will. You can come in the morning, come in the daytime, you come at night, you can come all day. So check them out online, GameWithRC.com. Gerard Motley, we'll see him out there next week as we go live out there at River City Gaming, GameWithRC.com in Rahway, New Jersey. All right, guys. It's been another good week, man. JG, any last thoughts real quickly, man? Super Bowl, anything that we did not see or hear about that you thought was pretty cool?
I can't wait to see how hectic that Eagles parade is. Oh my goodness! Did you see what they were getting into?
They already broke like 70 things.
That parade is going to be amazing. I might have to take the drive down there on Friday.
And I just want to say real quick, all you guys saying that quote unquote running quarterbacks can't win championships, ooh-wee, don't it stink, don't it? Don't it stink, don't it? Shout out to Jalen, man.
Real quickly, is he in the top 5 now, Andrew?
I still wouldn't say it, but if he keeps on the trajectory, maybe.
He wins one more, especially go back to back. Yeah, you got to put him in there. But still, you know, those other guys have to do a lot more. Sometimes even with less. It's really on their arm to win the game.
Yeah.
I think he's just in the perfect situation, and you can't hate him for that. Being
No.
in the perfect situation,
Not
and
at all.
Being a winner. That's what he is. He's a freaking winner. He doesn't have to apologize for that.
Yeah, and he's overcome a lot in his career, so an inspirational story as well.
Yep. JG, how the workouts, man? You know, we got the UFL coming up next month, bro. Next month.
Yeah, time's flying. Body sore a little bit right now. I had a tough one today, but workout's been really good. Getting my mental back into it, you know. Every day's a different journey. Grateful for it all.
Do you know what a Brahma is?
I don't know. I remember watching WWE back in the day and Rock saying the Brahma Bull, but I didn't get too far. I didn't get too far into Googling it. Maybe I shouldn't.
Right. Yeah. I was about to say you're on the team, man. What's your mascot? Damn, come on.
I might have to go on Urban Dictionary or something.
He said, I play for them. I don't even. Come on.
I just collect the checks and I go home.
Come on.
I'll get in all that, man.
Yeah, that's out my job description.
Hey, man, we appreciate you, man. I know you had a lot of fun at the Super Bowl, man. Thanks for the text, man, and the pictures and stuff, man. You made it a lively experience, man. I felt like I was there, man, living vicariously through you. Huskers, third place winner. We'll see him again, season 79. Andrea Richmond, of course. She is down in the A, and JG, our quarterback, former volunteer quarterback, and also Broncos and Cardinals are going to be in the UFL. This spring. I saw the UFL commercial. Did you see it during the game?
Yeah, they had a couple of teasers, right? Cool ones.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, JGZ, baby.
Woo, getting on, warming up, baby.
Moving on up like the Jeffersons. Hey, man, we can be Wheezy and George. We'll on up with you. All right, guys, that's the good stuff. We'll see you guys Thursday live at 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll be live at Jerky's on Thursday. And then, of course, NBA coming up here in the next couple of weeks. But they'll do it here from Brooklyn. Chicken and lobster, man. Flavors colliding. Talking about, man, soul food and seafood spot. Thanks to these folks for allowing us to be here again, man. Yvette and also Jay. We'll see you guys on Thursday. Have a good week. And congratulations to the Eagles. Man, that Super Bowl parade's going to be crazy. We'll be watching, but we'll be talking about it before then. We'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye-bye.